Of course, 80% of crude has to be imported. So firstly, we have to take in account the international market crude oil prices, then the dollar prices, because we have to pay majorly in dollar. Then we have to add the refiners' charges. It has to be refined. Then the transportation cost to the petrol pump, then the petrol dealer's margin. Up to this level, everything is okay. After that, the main issue is the taxes. Firstly, the central excise, which the central government is charging, then the VAT with the state governments. Now, when you talk about consumers, the main impact is diesel. See, if you talk about Indian consumer or Indian common man, diesel is much more important even than oxygen for any Indian common man. Any inputs which we consume, whether it's vegetables, milk, or fruits, everything and everything which we consume has to travel on diesel. And then if you talk about petrol, the most important commodity, human beings, we have to travel on petrol. So inflation for common man becomes high. Now, it doesn't stop with inflation. If inflation is high, interest rates have to be kept high. Interest rates can't be reduced, so the EMI which you and me pay is higher. Then what happens is inflation is something which directly eats into GDP growth. Simplifying it, high inflation means lesser salary increase for everybody watching TV. Now, lesser salary increase, lesser consumer power, lesser consumption, lesser buying, and ultimately the country not growing the way it should be. Of course, now the issue is how could the central government and state government, can they resist the temptation of having more money through taxes? Now, this current government, let me inform you, has increased substantially the excise on petrol and diesel. This government has been plainly lucky because when they came into power, just after 1 month of them coming to power, Brent was as high as $115 per barrel. Now let me update your viewers. Last year, Brent rose down to $26 per barrel. Now it's around $46 per barrel. And the way China GDP growth is lesser, the way Brazil GDP growth has gone into minus, Eurozone GDP growth is less than 1% for majorly all the countries. US is producing, Iran is producing. Brent is going to stay at a lesser level. Now what we have done is, instead of pricing it every 15 days, we have started doing it every single day. Now what happens is, we do get some benefit, transparency increases, volatility reduces. But what can get us the benefit is simply the government has to reduce taxes. The governments have to reduce taxes, and they have many other ways. I can suggest you 20 other ways, and I can give you the entire calculation how the central government and state governments can make up for much more collections if they do it, because this would directly benefit the common man, and the central government and the state governments, both of them need to do it. Just because it's something which we have to consume, we can't stay without that, and it's a convenient way, let me put it that way, for the central government and the state governments to make money. That's why, we have been taxed that way, so the governments have to...
Let me bring in Gopal Krishna Agarwal, National Spokesperson of the